came into law that almost everybody is going to receive. A lot of people have a lot of questions about this. Some of you might have economic impact payment, so it took a lot of income going up for the full amount to go down to zero. Now, what if someone's filing a head of household filing status? So that means that person plus the couple did not get any payments. That was under CARES Act. So with the new law, they changed the law. So now, according to the new law, hi everyone, this is Hareesha from H&B Premier Tax and Accounting LLC. Today, I want to bring you a detailed video about second stimulus check, new economic impact payments, that recently came into law that almost everybody is going to receive. A lot of people have a lot of questions about this. Some of you might have already heard about it, read the news, already know a lot of details about it. So then you could skip this. But if you want to get to know exactly how this payment is being calculated, who's going to be eligible for it, when you're going to get the payment, hang on. I'll detail out everything. Right. So before we get into it, remember to smash that like button. That one. Make it make it red. All right. Okay. Let's get into it. So now, yesterday, on December 29th, IRS sent out a notice detailing out everything related to the second stimulus check. When are they going to release it? Who's going to get it? What are the income limits? All of that, right? So they said the first payment is going to go out on December 30th to most people. And then they will continue to release the payments, and then most people will get the payment within the first week. If you already received the first stimulus check during the second quarter or third quarter of this year, right? So if you received it via direct deposits, you will get your payment the same way. If you received it via check, then you might have to wait a little bit, but you will get via the as a check, all right, as a check or debit card. So they're releasing payments from December 30th, and then some of you will get the payment on December 30th, and then also 31st, all the way through to official release date is January 4th. So if you go to your bank account, right, so you might see as a pending payment in the bank account. So you don't have to call the bank or call the IRS. Pretty much you have nothing to do. Just wait until it get credited to your bank, and then you could access the money. So, but pay attention. So who's going to get this payment, and then how much it is? So the new law changed the payment amount. The previous stimulus check was $1,200 per person, and then $2,400 per couple. So the new one is going to be half of that, $600 per person individual, and it's $1,200 per couple, and then also $600 per qualifying child. Right? Who is the qualifying child? Somebody who would qualify for child tax credit, a dependent, generally a dependent that below 17 years of age. If some you have dependents that above 17 years of age, they will not qualify for this payment. So a family that has husband, wife, and a child will get $1,800 worth of payment. So if they have two children, so they will get another additional $600 or around $2,400. All right. So now, who's qualifying for this payment? People qualify for this payment has to be U.S. citizens or resident aliens, right? For resident aliens, that includes was category, but generally somebody who has a green card. So now, are there any income limits to qualify for this payment? Yes, of course. because not everybody qualifies. If you make above certain amount of income, then you automatically will not be included in this program. So what are those income limits? It depends on your filing status. All right, so let's start with the single filing status. Okay, so if you're single and then your adjusted gross income, all right, so income limits AGI. So what is AGI? AGI is your adjusted gross income. So if you get your tax return, federal tax returns, look for the line that says adjusted gross income. So if that line says your adjusted gross income is $75,000 or below, you will get the full payment, whole $600. Now, if your adjusted gross income is above $75,000, right? Every $100 that you go above that, your economic impact payment goes down by $5. So if you do the math, when you go to $87,000 of income, you don't get anything. So now take a look at your tax return, and if you adjusted gross income and you filed a single tax return, so it's above $87,000, which is good, you make money, but you will not get the $600 second economic impact payment. Now, what about a married filing joint return? So husband and wife files a return together, assuming that they don't have children, right? So as long as their adjusted gross income is $150,000 or below, they will get the full $1,200 payment. So the moment that the adjusted gross income goes above $150,000, which is a good thing, you're making money, but your economic impact payment will go down. Every $100 the income goes up, your economic impact payment will go down by $5. So your income goes up to $174,000, you don't get any economic impact payment. So check out your tax return. So there's one difference that you need to pay attention here. If you remember, when IRS did the same calculation or the same formula in the first round of economic payments, this limit were way high. So single filers, the fully phased out limit was around $99,000, and then for the married filing jointly couples, the fully phased out limit was almost at $200,000. The reason for that was they were getting a higher economic impact payment, so it took a lot of income going up for the full amount to go down to zero. Now, what if someone's filing a married head of household filing status? So that means that person plus another qualifying child or dependent, right? So if head of household status, the income limit to get the full benefit is $112,500. So if your income AGI at or below $112,500, you will get the full $1,200 payment, meaning for you and the qualifying child. And then if that income goes all the way up to $136,500, then you will not get any payment, zero payment. All right, so that's how all the payments, pays out limits work. Who gets, who doesn't get, all of that. So now the question some of you might have is, okay, so who will automatically get this payment? There are few categories that will get this payment automatically. People who file a 2019 tax return. So based on their 2019 adjusted gross income, they will get this payment automatically. People get social security benefits, they will get this automatically. And then people who get survivor benefits, disability income, survivor benefits or disability income, they will get this automatically. Supplemental security income, then they will get this benefit automatically. Railroad retirement benefits, people who receive that will get this automatically. And then if someone's getting veterans benefit, they will get this automatically. So you don't have to do anything, just go check your bank account, or if you're getting your payments via mail, so check your mails, you will get this. All right, so how are you going to get the payment? for most people, if you have provided the IRS with your bank account information, direct deposit information, so you will get the payment through direct deposit. But if you have not provided the direct deposit information to IRS through your tax return or the way that you receive your benefits, then you will get a regular check or a debit card, right? So look out for your mails, because in the next week or so, or week after that or so, you will get a mail with the stimulus check. When you get a debit card, it comes from Meta Bank. So that's the bank that IRS partnered with to handle this payment. Don't throw that thinking that's a junk mail. So also it will clearly say that it comes from IRS and it will have details. All right. So you could use that debit card when you get it. So now the next question is, are more people going to get payments this time than that they got last round of economic impact payments? The answer to that question is yes and no. I'll tell you why. Yes, because there was a rule in the last round that they said if someone file a married filing joint return, and then if one spouse has a social security number and the other spouse has a tax ID that they don't have a social security number, then both the couple did not get any payments. That was under CARES Act. So with the new law, they changed the law. So now according to the new law, if the husband has a social security number but wife has only a tax ID, or vice versa, if wife has a social and the husband has only a tax ID, then what the IRS will do is IRS will pay only for the person that has a social security number. And also if you have dependents, qualifying children with social security numbers, one spouse and the qualifying children will get $600 per each economic impact payment. So that's new. So if you were eliminated from the program in the last round because one of the spouse had a tax ID, this is the good news. Now this round you will get this payment. And also, what about the last round? So now, because you were eliminated from the last round, this law made it correct. So when you file your 2020 tax return, you could receive it as a recovery rebate credit. So you will get that money at the time of filing the tax return. All right. And then also if if you did not file a tax return for 2019 and also you are not required to file a tax return, and you use the IRS non-filer tool in the last round of stimulus check and got payments, then also you don't have to do anything. And then if you file updated your information in that system prior to November 21st, then you will get the payments via the method that you indicated to IRS, whether to receive it through direct deposit or through via a check. All right. So then for someone who's eligible for this but never got the payment for whatever reason, right? I mean, it's a big system, and then they run a lot of information through the system. Sometimes things could fall through the cracks. So if, for whatever reason, if you did not get your payment, what you have to do is, when you go to prepare your tax return this year, make sure you calculate and see the eligibility of economic impact payment depending on your income level. So if you are eligible depending on your 2020 income, you could claim a rebate recovery credit at the time of filing your tax return. So you're not, if you were eligible, right, and for whatever reason you did not get, don't worry, you will get this at the time of the filing the tax return. And also, one other thing, when you go to file your taxes this year, which is going to start from January 1st actually, so then this year you will have a new tax document that you have to give it to your accountant, CPA, tax preparer. That is the notice that you will get from the IRS indicating whether you received the economic impact payment or not, and then how much you received it. So you have to have that information when it's time to file your taxes. So this notice, that IRS released on December 29th evening covers pretty much a lot of the questions that people have. And also they had a tool at the last round of economic impact payment funding to go check your status of your payment. They have updated that tool also this time that you could go check when you're going to get the payment, and then what's the status of your payment. All right. So, and also one thing that we realized in the last round when IRS was releasing the payments, they always pick people has the lowest income to get the payment first, and then they were increasing the income limits and the releasing payments accordingly. I guess they will follow the same schedule this time, but it will be much faster because they already have gone through this process. They have almost all the information that they need to work. They're working very hard to make sure this happens fast and happens smooth, and then all the people get the money that they need. And a lot of people are hurting during this time due to the pandemic. So they're working very hard to make that happen. All right. So I'm going to leave the links below this video to the IRS original article, and then also some of the tools that IRS has for you to go and check the information. If you like to dig more into this and get more details, make sure to check those things. All right. So it's, by the time I'm recording this video, it's actually after midnight, December 31st. December 30th. So I'm right in December 31st, early morning. So I just want to wish everyone a happy new year and a great 2021. I know 2020 was very challenging for most of us, but 2021, let's make it a greatest year ever. All right. And please remember to subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave your questions below under the comments, or feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Until I see you in the next video, thank you, stay safe, and take care of one another.